Hello everyone, it's Camarie here with RodeoKids.com. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful, and I see that you're getting your July videos in, and I'll be doing a couple myself here this weekend as well, so I'm excited to share that stuff with you. But I just got off the phone with Rodeo Kids Ambassador Miley Maudlin, and I've also talked to a couple others, Lacey Johnson, and just different of you and kids that I work with here at the house throughout the summer and just throughout life about gait problems and box problems. And it's something that really affects us all. If our horses are acting up, it makes it really hard for us to focus on our job, and it makes us a little bit fearful because nobody wants to be on a horse when they feel out of control or they feel like they might rear or put themselves in a situation that's uncomfortable or scary. So I just wanted to talk about a few things about it because what I find and what Miley and I talked about a little bit is that so often we focus on the physical thing. Oh, my horse is rearing. What am I going to do to react to that? When my physically off of him, am I going to spin him in circles? Am I going to back him up? And all of that is important to know what to do. But more importantly, in my opinion, is figuring out what we are doing as their riders. One thing that I like to share with people, and some of you have heard it, is when they get scared, it's kind of like them being in a storm. Like, not all of you live where there's tornadoes, but a lot of you do. It's like there's this storm going on and tornadoes coming, and if you were the parent, you have the choice to either be like, oh my gosh, there's a tornado coming, let's go downstairs, get your stuff, we're gonna die. Or you can be like, hey, there's a storm coming, we just need to be prepared, grab a couple things, let's go downstairs, grab some games, let's go have fun, this will pass, it'll be fine, let's go, we're good. So you can choose to be the panic in the storm and make the storm even worse than what it needs to be, or you can be the calm in the storm, and you can be the parent or the rider of your horse that just takes that deep breath and instills that calmness, even though you might still feel a little scared and you might feel nervous when you start to think about, like, I have to be responsible for this horse and I have to control my emotions so that they can control theirs. So first, okay, be the calm in the storm. Well, how do we do that? Breathe, number one. I always recommend looking up yoga breathing exercises. There's all kinds of them. When we did the Zoom with Chevy Allen, she had 3 different exercises, I believe, for us to do for breathing. Those are so important because when we get tight, we take these really short breaths and we don't realize it, and we hold all of our energy here, and when somebody says relax, we go, I am relaxed, and we get kind of tense about it. But we're only breathing, or we're doing what's called chest breathing. So we're breathing in and out here, and that's not actually distributing oxygen everywhere that it needs to, and it's not helping us relax. What we need to do in those situations when we're fearful and when we're scared, when our horses are nervous, is do belly breathing, where we push our belly out and look like we're pregnant or whatever you want to say. I always used to be too embarrassed to do it because I was like, somebody's going to be watching me. Nobody's paying that much attention, and if it's going to keep you safe, then that's more important anyway. But do your breathing, and I like to wiggle my fingers and toes as well. That's something that's really helped me. It's something physical. It's kind of goofy, but what happens is when we get nervous, we get really tight, and we get tight and excited because we're trying to protect our organs. It's just nature. It's Mother Nature. It's us taking care of our natural tendencies. But since we're humans and we've advanced from those kinds of mechanisms, we can now say, nope, I'm not worried about that. I can stretch back out. I can take that deep breath, and I'm going to loosen up, because when we get tight like this and we pull our shoulders in, our hands come closer together, and that when our body's telling us to protect themselves, then we're also telling our horses to protect themselves. So we're saying, don't go there. That's a scary place. We're adding extra energy to that fear. But if we take that big deep breath and we widen up those hands and we have that support system, even here, you're more likely to come to me and ask me for advice if I'm open and I feel like I'm confident versus if I'm nervous like this. It's just, even in the video, you can see this makes you nervous. This is okay, it's all good. Let's move forward. So back to the being here and the wiggling the fingers. What happens is we get that energy and it gets really stuck right in here and in our belly, and it's all from here to here in this box right there. But when we wiggle our fingers and toes, we have to think about like taking that ball of electricity that's on fire inside of us, and we're shooting all that electricity out of our fingers and out of our toes. And all that's left is just the calm. We're just calm inside. We can take those deep breaths because we've gotten rid of all of that energy. What the wiggling does is it tells our mind, it triggers our nervous system and everything to take that energy and distribute it elsewhere. So those are things that just naturally we can do, and we don't even realize what it's actually doing for us, but it just helps our nervous system and our cognitive system. And I'm not a scientist, so I don't know all the background on it, but I do know that it's helped a lot of people, and I just want to share that with you guys to help you. If you have any questions about trying to overcome that, I can't promise that I can fix your horse. I can give you some drills to do, but I just highly recommend that first you analyze yourself in the situation and what can you control and how can you add some calmness, some confidence, some forward momentum, or whatever we need in that moment. And look at ourselves first, because if we're on the horse's back, it's our responsibility to make sure that we're being there to support that horse as well. Again, if you have any questions, give me a call. Good luck to everybody. Safe travels, and God bless.